Hello everyone, welcome back to another review here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at Ryan Shields, the Viewsing Racer from Cars 1. This is a kind of a monumental release because he was one of the last pickup races that had to be done from Thailand, the other two being Ernie Gearson for Experiment and Eugene Komproreski for Tank Code. Of course, Eugene will be in the next case, case X, he'll be in case X. And obviously Ernie was done in KC and it's been reissued multiple times, so yeah, it's finally nice to get all the Cosmo races from Thailand. Unfortunately, I still have quite a bit to go before I consider my collection complete, because I think I only have like a little over half the fleet, so yeah, that's gonna be so fun. Hopefully, they will release some of the ones I'm missing, like Slider, Ralph Kohler from Cars 1, maybe Misty and Johnny, since those were like very limitedly distributed in the US. And of course, this is excluding the two they can't legally do, like Mike Icon and Dale Jr. You know, those are pretty much like off the table, but everyone else was fair game, and it did all of them, which is pretty cool. Taking a look at the packaging, we can see that he has this nice card, which I believe was introduced in, I think it was 2008, yep. I think it was one of the first cards released in 2008, which is where this artwork came from. The diecast itself. And on the back, we have some other cards releases, such as Daryl, Mario, Dexter Hoover with Green Flag, Lightning McQueen with Shovel, Pink Remember Sarge, and Christina Whelan. So yeah, that about does it for the packaging, and I'll be right back with Ryan all opened up. Alright, so here's Ryan out of the package, and I gotta say, he looks really cool. You know, especially with this like pure blue and like limeish green, orangish color. I think it's like really unique color, and I'm glad this is one of the sponsors that carried over into Cars 3, although kind of contributed to the problem of having too many blue and green extras, but yeah, that's a separate issue that we won't really dive into this video, but let's quickly show where Ryan appeared in the first movie. He's just a background character who does not speak, but you know, these races have grown quite a bit of fans among us cars collectors. You know, they're more than just filling out the background. You know, they have characters with their own established personalities in books, believe it or not. So just in the Meet the Cars book. So yeah, I already kind of talked about his releases a little bit, but before this, he got a release in 2008, but without rubber tires. Then he later did get a rubber tire release in like 2009 or 10. He was also included in the most pre-rated sound set. Got a Lightyear tire launcher, off in between 2008 and 10. Then in 2015, he came back as a single in the Pistol Cup Racing Series. 2018, he got a release as well, though that was only international, so not many people in the US were able to get him, unfortunately. Then in like Blue Desert, 2019 Blue Desert, he got a metallic release, but the classic version did come out to this year, so yeah, they made us like wait a long time for that Thailand variant of Ryan, but we'll see if it was worth the wait. So first off, he has kind of like this kind of indifferent expression, like he's just like, what's going on, bro? That a lot of the Winford models have. Of course, I refer to this model as the Winford RPM model because Winford Bradford Rutherford, the racer for RPM, he was kind of like the first one released of the entire field, so that's why a lot of collectors refer to this model as the RPM model. And yeah, his expression is quite similar to Winford's, although he does have the bottom eyelid, many flywheel, eyes are positioned slightly differently. Dirksen D'Agostino, he has more of the symmetrical eyes. I think the models are pretty much the same. The eyes are just slightly different, which I actually do appreciate. Like Billy here, I think the eyelids are a little lower, and the right eyebrows isn't as arching compared to Ryan here. And finally, Brush Kerber. I'm not a fan of this one, to be honest. He kind of looks derpy, but you know, it's a different expression, which I do appreciate, even if it is subtle. Like, it's a lot better than how China used to do it, where they just would copy and paste the expressions into all of them, making them effectively clones. So I appreciate Thailand, like, varying it up a little bit with these races. Of course, we have the Viewsing Collective Windshields logo. A little grainy, but that's what we come to expect from Thailand. He does have this little light blue patch going across his upper hood here. the bolts that holds on this hood. We have the 39 on the left headlight, the grill, which signifies a mustache. We have the blue light U tires, very grainy, again looking grainy, but I mean, we've come to expect it. Said they've got the sponsors, they're not horrible, but again, yeah, these bottom ones don't look that good. Like the top ones actually look decent, but I really like these little patterns going across the side, you know, with the limeish salmon green and then the more darker green. I think that looks really cool. Kind of reminds you of toothpaste almost. I don't know why, it's giving like toothpaste vibes. For sure, the 39 in that nice yellow, again, still a little grainy, especially when you look at it up close. But we do have the corrective windshield Fusing logo, along with the gas cap that's indented. The windows are now gray rather than the black that we're used to seeing. Going on top, we can see we have the 39 and the roof flaps. Let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 window bars. That is actually, I think only Manny has it. Everyone else has like the standard 2 window bars. I don't know why he got 5, but that's a crazy amount. You can see more of that salmon green and light blue, and that Fusing corrective windshield logo. That looks a little bad, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think the logo here looks a lot better. This, like, it just feels like it's melting into the patterns here, which is not ideal, but again, Thailand, we've come to expect it. Also, the back looks a little better because it has the Fusing logo, 39, corrective windshield on the bumper, and that little green patch from the sides actually continues on at the back, which is pretty cool. It's pretty darn cool. Yeah, the side is pretty much the same, and here is the base. Let's move a little bit. U13A is the 13th week of 2025 at the A factory. And yeah, that about does it for Ryan here. Very cool racer. Happy to have finally found him and added him to the collection. Just want to compare him to some other blue racers, such as Eddie Gilson for Experiment, because he was released earlier this year. And I do appreciate that the Winford models actually have the correct axle size for the wheels, because for whatever reason, the leagless models, their wheels are too short, so they don't reach like the wheel well all the way, which makes it look like they're just riding on the rims, which is not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to be there, but I don't know why they can't get the axle size right on the leagless model, or even the Nitro model, which is this Spongy Wipeout Blue Racer. See, they make the axles too long. This one's not as bad because you can kind of like look at the longer axles as like them saying hello, like, or like emoting with the tires. So I don't consider this as egregious, but still, like it should not be like this wide. This is how it's supposed to be. So yeah, for whatever reason, the Winford models are the only ones that get the axles right from Thailand, which is strange, but I mean, hey, we use the strange things with the Cars line, Mattel especially. Now, I don't have the stock car from Cars 3, but I do have the next gen Michael Roto. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You can see how much the design has changed, 2006 versus 2017. He has black wheels instead of the blue wheels. I think maybe blue would have been nice, although that might have been too much blue, so maybe they opt out of the blue. Yeah, a lot more dark blue on the top here. The lighter blue is pretty much gone. But I don't really like the green, so yeah, it's all just blue and yellow. Completely ignoring the green parts of him. So that's interesting how the sponsors changed. Also, yeah, he does have the issue with the wider axles. I think it might be worse on the next gen than it is on the stock cars. But yeah, that about does it for the review and comparisons. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming content. See you all next time. Until then, this is Joe Quick Tire signing out.